You know how sensitive narcissists are. They're very fragile. Their ego is easy to break. One tap and it shatters into millions of pieces because they're insecure beings and anything can be taken as shame or criticism by them. When you touch a nerve, they don't process it easily. If the situation is in their favor, if nobody is watching, they unleash their rage, become the monster they are, to give it back to you. But if it is not conducive, they do more indirect yet harmful things to try to destroy you. And that is what we are going to talk about in this episode. Hi, I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. The topic for today's episode is rather interesting. 5 unbelievable signs you have touched a narcissist's nerve. These signs are not easily recognizable unless you are attuned with their body language and you know what's going on in there. That's why stay until the very end if you want to expose them once for all. Sign number 1, they put on a mask of fake calmness to show you they're invincible. Nothing can impact them. You can't trigger them because you're not powerful enough. But if you were to pay close attention, they may be clenching their jaw. Their eyes might turn red and body tight, as if ready to fight. But they somehow contain that rage, knowing if they will open the lid in that moment, everybody is going to see their true self. What does that tell us? That tells us they are capable of controlling their anger. It's just that they don't want to. They do not want to restrain it. They do not want to take a step back when they need to. When nobody is watching and you are vulnerable, they unleash it. They say the most horrible things to you. They attack you left, right, and center to bring you down because they don't have a conscience. They only care when the consequences are dire and when it becomes about their life and death. But this sign is for you if you want to know what you have said to that narcissist has triggered them or not. Because everybody is going to tell you, oh, they rage, they rage. Not always. They know how to contain their rage, only to release it later in a much more dangerous way. Sign number 2, they will pass on backhanded compliments disguised as virtue. When you have touched a narcissist's nerve, they may say something as crazy as, you're so brave and strong for opening up and sharing your feelings, even when you are wrong. That is what tells you they have been impacted. This is mostly applicable to a covert narcissist for whom their image matters the most. They deliver the compliment with a sting, only to confuse you, make you think, was that a compliment? Was that a nice thing or a bad thing? What are they trying to do here? You need to understand they're trying to dismiss you. When they're putting you down but at the same time lifting you up, it's all because they can't directly put you down. They have to show others they are giving you feedback. They're so grandiose. They are so monk-like. They are in control of their emotions enough not to directly tell you, you are my enemy. I hate you for what you said. I do not want you to be here. I want you to be removed right away. To save their face, what do? They'll subtly dismiss you. They'll deliver a subliminal message that only you will understand, and you will be forced to put on an act. You'll have to smile back. Because if you react to that backhanded compliment, they will get a chance to call you crazy. However, if you see this kind of discomfort on their face, rigid smile, shark-like eyes, know very well their saccharine words do not matter. You truly have impacted them to their core. Number 3, the sign is quite hidden. They will overtly over-explain. In other words, they'll use a lot of word salad. A lot of well-known narcissists do this a lot. When they're asked a direct question by public or media that they do not want to answer, they'll go round and round and round the topic, confusing everybody. Nobody has a clue of what they're talking about. They were asked a very direct question which could have been answered succinctly, probably in either yes or no. Now they'll tell you a story about their son who advised them to check something else. They'll tell you a big story about their divorce. They'll take you to places you do not want to visit. This overt explaining clearly says you have touched a nerve, and they will mix sporadically messages of dismissal in their word salad. They will point out your weaknesses or how crazy you are for questioning their authority, for questioning them when they are the saving force. They will connect you with the destructive force, that you are the other end. You are the one who does not want us to flourish. You want to break the family. So that is when you know you have touched a nerve. You have made them see something they are always running away from. They do not like to be exposed, especially in public. They do not like people who are known for holding others accountable. And that's why they may hate you a lot for no mistake of yours. Sign number 4, they may suddenly become obsessed with your flaws. They'll zero in on your imperfections to distract public, to deflect things. What about you? They'll do a lot of what aboutry just to attack you. They do it with an intention of triggering you so that you give them an emotional response, and they turn the entire conversation about it, which is turning tables on you. They make you forget the actual topic, because how come you pointed out something obvious when you are not looking at yourself in the mirror? It's all about how about you, how about this thing, how about that thing. Your insignificant flaws may not be connected or as impactful as their devastating abusive nature, but they will create a logical fallacy, a false connection between the two, only to create this kind of equalization that you and me are not different. You say, I did this, but what about you? You also don't do that. You also don't have that kind of characteristic trait. You also are bad this way. It's a failed attempt to balance the two, just to tell you, you can't get me. But remember, when a narcissist tries to magnify your character flaws that are insignificant, you have touched a big nerve. Sign number 5, when they go around spreading lies about you, they'll tell big lies, forcing you to defend yourself. If you have made them feel insecure or jealous, they'll become obsessed with you. They will try to raise an army against you by spreading false information. Oh, so-and-so, he or she wants to destroy my life. So-and-so is trying to copy my work. So-and-so is trying to steal away my property. And that may not be the case. They will talk about the most sensitive information publicly, just to get a response from you. They want you to fight them. They want you to get to their level so that somehow they believe or convince themselves they're equal, that they are at par with you. There is no difference, because you not giving a response to them makes them feel insignificant. So they have to create some kind of significance. How will they do so? By getting you down to their level and beating the shit out of you. And a narcissist becomes really obsessed with you, tells big lies that you feel compelled to defend. Do not. Step back and you will watch them bringing their own life down. They are their own biggest enemy. You just have to do nothing at all, and that is your game. Which one of these signs do you resonate with the most? Please let me know in the comments. Also share if you liked this video or not. Let's end this episode here. I will talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.